Okay, welcome back. Okay, so now let's continue on with what we have. So we found that C3 and C5 are free variables, right? So let's make C5. Let's make C5 equal to 1 and C3 equal to 0. And what do we get? Well, if we get that, right, using what we did before, this is going to give us, so we'll end up with 3 times 1, 0, 0 plus negative 3 halves times 0, 2, 0. This is just going to be 0, and then we're going to get C4, which is 0, right? So C4 is 0, and then we're going to end up with 1 times 3, 3, 0, and that's going to equal our 0 vector. And so what this shows us is we can write this vector as a linear combination of the other two vectors. And so therefore we can discard that vector and not affect the span. Okay? And similarly, if we make this 0 and that 1, then what do we get? We get 1, 2, 0. Oops. Let's see, if we do C5 is 0 and C3 is 1. So if we get C3 is 1, let me see here, just okay, looking at the other vectors. So if C3 is 1, then we get negative 1, right? So this will be negative 1. And this one, negative 1. Right? And so with that, we get a similar thing, right? We get negative 1 times this plus negative 1 times this, so we get negative, so if we add those, we get what? Negative 1, and we get negative 2, so we get, and then we add that to positive 1, positive 2, we get the same thing. So we just showed that we can take this vector and write as a linear combination of these two vectors. Okay, so that means we can disregard this vector right? Oh, hold on a second. I'm missing something. I just want to make sure I'm not missing something here. I think that's right. Let me see here. Yeah, because C4 is 0 and C5 is 0. Yeah, so that's right. And so now, what does that tell us? Well, that means that we can have what? We can have a set of vectors, and those set of vectors is going to be 1, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, and 0, negative 1, 1, right? So those three vectors are the literally independent set of vectors that span the same space. And showing that these are linearly independent is routine at this point, so I'm not going to show you that. And that is it. Have a great day.